done. A mass destruction thing this, me and nuke them to dust. Ready? Oh boy, you guys know why. Bada 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 bad bad bad. Can't let me do. What? You guys know why. Whoa. Oh boy, you guys know why. Bada 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 bad bad. Can't let me do. What? You guys know why. Some boy, you know bad like way. My sound is a champion. Some boy, you know bad like way. Some man up your jump on. Some boy. And let's see them fight. Alright folks, welcome back to AZW. This is another match, another video, another episode of AZW, Acid Head Zenith of Pro Wrestling. Now our competitors tonight are Blackie McDark taking on Angel of Death for the hardcore title. Now, Angel of Death you've seen before. He went up against Spaz in a non-title match. Spaz was trying to prove that he deserved a title shot, did not get the Duke. Blackie, a new commodity here in AZW. Ow, not nice. But he's showing us all a lot here before we started doing the videos, and he's earned himself a title shot. AOD has held this title for quite some time. It's one of the oldest titles in the company. He's held it longer than anyone, largely thanks to having a rather nasty streak. Likes to use moves that tend to hurt. A little bit silly, but he does have quite a vicious streak. Now, I may not do much calling of the match here tonight, folks. Sorry about that, but this has given me an opportunity, this being our first Hardcore Championship title defense here on the YouTube show, for me to talk a little bit about, or a lot about, the way we deal with the championship divisions here in AZW. Now, most promotions tend to have kind of a hierarchy. You know, the heavyweight guy is the top man in the company. We don't do that here in AZW. We think more divisionally, because we are pro wrestling fans here at AZW, and like all pro wrestling fans, all of us here at the company like different styles of pro wrestling for different reasons. We have our different tastes, and we wanted to be a people's company, a fans' company, and give different fans of pro wrestling different things. So, although we do cater more to those who enjoy the in-ring action more than the drama aspects, we're a bit more classic, a little bit old school in that regard. We feel that the pro wrestling should be about the wrestling. Crazy as that may seem, but something that is a bit new, I think, something that's a bit unique to us, is that we do not have divisions, or rather a hierarchy. We have no divisional hierarchy, is what I meant to say. So it's really all about a style for each division, rather than the heavyweight guys at the top and the hardcore championship, as it often would seem to be, is at the bottom. Quite the opposite, in fact, although we don't really think in the terms of top and bottom. See, here the hardcore title is considered the company title, but not AOD is not considered the best wrestler in the entire company, just that the hardcore division here is all about intensity. You'll often see hardcore matches that have no weapons involved at all. Often they don't even bleed. It's really about intensity and action, and in some cases having a vicious streak, like AOD definitely does. But it's really all about really high levels of competition and intensity with the hardcore division, and it is defended all the time. It is the most defended title in the promotion, which is why it's considered the company title, in some ways. It's not really an official thing, it's more just, a general kind of feeling about it. They are allowed to use weapons and pin outside the ring, as usual with hardcore division rules. But again, it's really about the intensity. And again, just really doing whatever it takes to just finish off your opponent. Lots of action, lots of intensity, lots of, beating the crap out of each other, kind of just really going toe-to-toe action. As you can see here with AOD and Blackie. AOD shows no mercy. And he, very vicious character when he wants to be. So that's really what the hardcore title is about here, which is why it's actually kind of, if we were to look at any of the titles as being on top, the hardcore title would be one of them. Because it is just all about lots and lots and lots and lots of intensity and competition. Now, the heavyweight title, classic pro wrestling, but the bigger guys. The Intercontinental title, same thing, but only, classic pro wrestling, but with the smaller guys, medium, smaller guys. The lightweight title, all about that speed, the lucha libre style, being brought in, and the high flying, all that stuff. The European title is kind of a Japanese strong style in tone a little bit, although there's a lot more of that in the hardcore division. It's just the European title scene, its division has its own little flavor. Then the tag titles, of course, the women's division, which we're still building up a good roster of women's wrestlers, so you'll be seeing them when we feel like we have enough individuals, enough ladies that can compete at a good enough level to really give you a good show. And, Acid Head, nope, that's AOD. Acid Heads and AOD are good buddies, kind of mix them up sometimes. Full Nelson Face Buster, that is his finisher. He calls it the Death's Head Breaker. That is one variation. He also uses a front sweep variation, going for the pin, 1, 2, 3, and he's got the count. The pinfall, I should say. He's got the 3 count, the pinfall. He's won the match, defended his title successfully. Blackie put up a decent fight there, but maybe a little too green to have been given this title shot, maybe a bit early. But he put on a good match. He did it. He did his best. We aren't going to hold a loss against him. We don't do that here. If you lose, you lose. If you win, good for you. Competition. It's all about the competition here. That's what we really like to see. We like to see competition. Good in-ring action, competition. So everybody has bad nights, win or lose. What really counts is that you put on a good show. You put in your effort. And that's another important thing about the way we do divisions here, is that, how can I say to the hardcore division wrestlers, if we had that hierarchy and the hardcore division was at the bottom of the hierarchy, how can I say to them, go out there and beat the hell out of each other to fill up 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever for the show? And, the guys are going to feel like they're just there to kill time before the big names come out. I can't do that to them. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to the fans, because, they're not going to perform at their best. They're not really going to go out there and give it their all if they think, we're just a sideshow freak attraction. Why should we hurt ourselves? Why should we really compete and put on a good showing if we're just here to fill some time? So we don't do that here in AZW. We like every match to matter. We like every title to matter. Every division matters. Everything that you see in that ring matters, because it's all about the competition here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next match. Later.